Hey y'all, welcome back to RC. So what we got here is the first ever 1S 4K Cine Whoop, or a tiny whoop. Let's take a look inside. And I have actually already flown it a week ago, and what really impressed me is the flight time. I'm getting out of 5 minutes from this. Normally with this tiny little whoop brushless, like for Modular 6 HD, this one I got about 2.5 minutes with a slightly larger battery. And this is a 3S SPC Maker mini wheel, which I like it really much for the power. Runs on 3S and I get about 3 minutes only. But this tiny little whoop carrying a 4K camera on a one cell, I get 5 minutes. And battery is a one cell 650 milliamp, which is pretty big for this size. And another thing I like is also the very quietness of it. It's the same size or slightly smaller than the SPC Maker, but this is much more quiet, that you can fly around indoor without annoying people. Whereas this one on 3S, this is crazy noisy, I think because of the shroud over here. So what you get from the content is this Cinefun that shoots 4K. You get 4 batteries, one cell 650 milliamp, and you get this charger as well, which is handy if you have a USB powered on the field with a converter to this XT30 connector. Spare props, 4 of them. This tape I think is for you to fill up the gap after you put on the battery. And OSD manual controller, I think is to set up the camera. I've not tried that yet. And spare tools, which is really handy for you to remove the propeller. This is really an essential part. So let's take a look at the spec wise. Camera is Cadix Loris 4K camera. It's claimed to shoot 4K, but on a specification on Banggood it shows that real is 3.5K. So this is to be tested outdoor later. And the onboard receiver, I've chosen a D8 and it's just bind fine, no issue. Just follow the binding procedure. The onboard VTX 5.8 is 25 milliwatt to 200 milliwatt, and I've been running all this at 25 milliwatt, and the signal was fantastic, except on this SPC Maker, which I have to change it to a Lollipop, which has much better signal now. The stock one is worse than the one on the Modular 6 HD in 25 milliwatt comparison. Motor listed as 1102 19,000 kV. This is by Eachine. Propeller is a 1.6 by 1.6 inch 4-blade, clockwise and counterclockwise. Flight controller is a F4 OSD with a Crazy Bee F4 FR V2.2 ESC 5M 4-in-1 ESC. So that's where you put in your micro SD card. I'm not a crazy high-speed flyer, so my camera is just almost on flat. Then runs a XT30 connector with quite a large capacitor here. Overall, I'm really impressed with this. It's like my new favorite after the Modular 6 HD for indoor flying, because it's quiet and much longer flight time, which I find it actually find it too long. And this one I find it oftentimes I find it like too little. So let's get outdoor and give this a try. So far I've only flown it indoor. So today we're going to try it outdoor when the weather is good. So it's a fair comparison for the camera 4K, which is on a 1S tiny whoop. Yeah. Okay, this is the first ever outdoor flight, and I'm very impressed of the video quality. Because I'm not a fan of Cadix, because I have had some really bad Cadix camera before, and then my favorite is Runcam. But this Cadix 4K really blew my mind. The quality is superb. So we're gonna check how's the video signal like here, and also another issue is we are dealing with a very high wind today, and so now we are flying our usual circuit, which is very unstable, which is what the Cinefun is, because I find that I think the PID is just not strong enough. You just wonder even at indoor compared to the SPC Maker, and also the Modular 6. So now I'm actually fighting the wind, which I really don't like it's a really high wind here. I think there's. So I think the flight review is not fair for it as well. And these kids are all having fun, making noise here. So I probably should try it again when after rain, because it's really hard to fly now and with the high wind. So less wind here, but we got tailwind, so I just gotta push away. It's really hard to fly in a high wind. So this is probably just, and they are really noisy as well. So I'm having a hard time pushing the wind. So just do some close proximity. And they're just flying close to me. Oh, there's like a bridge here. Let's try it again. So another very impressive thing I've tried with this is flight time is 5 minutes. I'm able to get 5 minutes of this original battery. So I actually wanted to fly the usual circuit, but it's just too windy to fly safely. So I almost hit the chain over there. It seems like we can try. Yeah, so I'm fighting the wind again, and then most likely that I'll have to increase the eye gain as well, as it's not as locked in as like other tiny mini drone. So I'm really not doing its full potential here, but still not too bad. Now we're at 3.5 minutes. I'll probably have to do a second video on this after rain, so the air is more calm, and now I'm having a really hard time pushing it back here, because this is one cell, and the surface area is quite large as well. So let's just, you see I'm facing side wind, now I'm pointing to the wind. We have just gotten 4 minutes of this, and at 3.4 volt. So I'll run it down to 3.3, then we're gonna end this flight. It's just too high wind. And I'm feeling itchy, my hand, I think because of the mosquito or some flea here. 30 seconds remain. .4 volt. So let's check out the quality. It's very nice, and slightly overcast today. It was really nice blue sky before this, and seems like dropping down at a high speed is quite stable as well. And so 3.3 volt, 5 minutes, we're gonna end here. Nice. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you have not done so. Bye.